We are today here with Crunch. I am
Yo.
Hove, and this is Green Lounge as late. The struggle. What's going on with you, Crunch?
Oh man, just chilling, man. Happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? It's toasty in here and chilly
Let me
outside.
get you scoot over a little bit this
Yes,
way.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Bam.
Thank you so much.
Now we in frame, baby.
Yeah, we gotta get you in frame, man.
Yes,
Say what's
sir.
up to the people while you're on the camera.
Yo. What up, world? What up, world?
So we're gonna start this off. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we always like to promote the artist. So follow him on YouTube. You can always shout out to YouTube once again for giving artists the opportunity to do this. But we're gonna be shouting him out. It's at Crunch on YouTube, or if you want to follow him on YouTube, it's at Byte77. We're gonna be going through some of his music, talking with him. Today we got a song we call "Whip It Up," and we're gonna take a quick, brief look at it and get a little bar, if you will, of his music so we can see what we're talking about. Here we go. Whip It Up. What was you thinking about when you was doing this song, bro?
Girls in the club whipping it up.
Simple as can be, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get a bar of this.
Floor to ceiling, crunch, the architect, part frequency, part sequency. I see you out here slaying. They better start praying, cause you ain't playing. Girl, do you need kitchen stuff? So you can whip it up? Girl, don't slay it, whip it up. You know that thing is big enough. Don't rock, raise the ceiling up. Don't stop, you get enough. Whip it up, just for me. How you got the recipe? Whip it up.
Okay.
Just for me, how you got the recipe? Don't slay it, whip it up. You know that thing is big
Little
enough.
intro.
Rock, raise the ceiling up. Don't stop.
Okay.
Going to the verse.
Whip it up, just for me. How you got the
You know we gotta hit a verse.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, hold up.
Yeah, yes, sir.
know exactly how you do it, but I love it when you get to it. Girl, your body moves fluid.
That sound a little better, I'm sure. Sorry about that, audience. I do apologize.
If it's right, I might stay the night. This was twerk at first sight. She gonna quench
So
her thirst
the theme for this was women in the club, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how much does it matter? How many of them strippers you love, man? How much?
Oh man, you gotta love the strippers, man. You know what I'm saying? Scale of 1 to 10, it gotta be a 12. You know?
They gotta be a 12.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the name of the song was Whip It Up. You can follow him on YouTube, of course. Shout out to YouTube for that. But let's get to it, man. We sources say that you've been in the industry for quite a while. Tell us a little bit about your journey through the industry.
All right. Well, so we'll go back.
What we going back to?
We're going back, way back.
Way back. Hold up.
Not way
Hold
back.
on,
but back.
hold on. How old is you that you can say we going way back?
Right. Okay. So that's gonna be explained right now. So check this out. So So the story is.
You know you're in trouble when a nigga say check this out.
All right, here, check me out. So, all right, we go back. All right, I'm rapping. I started rapping at like 10 years old, right? So,
Okay.
So then one day, I'm a teenager now. You gotta remember the story I'm about to tell you. People were actually teenagers at the time, so I started working with Tupac. You feel me? So I became his. Yes, I'm right there.
I know you watch Jamie Foxx, so everybody knows. Hold on, bro. You can't be dropping bombs like that at all. We definitely some hip hop heads over here on the struggle. So you just said that you did what for Pac? Be very careful what you say, sir.
Right. Okay. I was his.
Cameras on you.
Yes, sir.
Only on you. What'd you do for Pac?
I was his photo double. And if anybody out there ever saw the movie Poetic Justice, he played a mailman in that movie. And that's me driving the mail truck. You know what I'm saying? So,
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah, that's me driving the mail truck.
Say that one more again for the camera. Look dead in the camera eye. Tell the camera.
Okay, so Tupac played a mailman in Poetic Justice, and that's me driving the mail truck. I'm his photo double, so they make it look like it's the actor that's actually doing the part. So
Okay.
you would never really see my face. So that's why nobody would know me from that movie until I share the story. You know what I mean? Pac was from back east. A lot of people from back east don't drive or have driver's licenses.
What?
Yeah, because they do the train.
Why not? What is this weird coincidence?
Well, I've heard that it's because they do the train thing up there because of all the traffic. So
Okay.
train for a lot of people up there is simpler to get around, I guess. You know what I mean? So he was one of those people, no license and didn't know how to drive. So when he came, people on the set started to teach him how to drive. You know what I mean? And I don't know if anybody remembers, at that time, he had bought a Jeep. And when he bought the Jeep, he crashed it.
Okay.
That was in the beginnings of him learning how to drive. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
crazy. So walk us through this. You was about 10 years old, man. Tupac's double. I don't get it.
No. Okay, let's go there. No, I'm a teenager at the time when I started being his double, but I'm telling you when I started rapping.
Okay, that's when you started rapping, when you met Tupac.
No. I started rapping at 10 years old. I met Tupac in my teens, late teens, 17, 18, 19, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was working with him. And you got to remember, too, the Outlaws, these dudes were like 15, 16 years old at the time. You know what I mean? So these people are like 38, 39 right now. You understand what I'm saying to you? So when you ask me about my age, there we go.
You old as hell.
I'm ancient, you know what I'm saying? Dinosaur with it up in here.
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. We all get old one day, hopefully. So, all right, so you was working with Tupac. I got a question, bro. You know, I'm sorry, don't take this as a troll, but if you was working with Pac, nigga, why you ain't famous now?
Okay, so let's get into that. All right, so first of all, I'm in his music videos. I get around, I'm in Keep Your Head Up, I am in Holla If You Hear Me.
Okay.
And I'm always on his right side, and I'm talking about right here, not in the background, none of that extra in the back, none of that. I'm right here.
You're saying this is easily verifiable?
Pull up the videos. That's all you got to do. Everybody just pull up the videos. You'll see me through all of those videos. You know what I'm saying?
So, hold on. Which video you said it was?
Okay, we'll go with, you can go with Keep Your Head Up.
All right. And what was you doing in those videos?
We shooting dice. Shooting dice. I think Pac is on the dice at the time. By the train tracks. And actually, it's 1:41. Timeline is 1 minute, 41 seconds.
All right, so I ain't going to test you because you just came up with the timeline. You must have watched
everybody
it.
Can go to it.
You watch it yourself just for fun sometime, probably.
Well, I don't, but what I do is if I'm letting somebody know this information, I have memorized the timeline so they can go immediately to it and don't have to watch the whole video if they didn't want to. If they want to watch the whole video, that's fine. But they can go to that timeline, 1 minute, 41 seconds, and they'll see me right there with him.
Okay. All right.
Now,
so what was that experience even like? Because you know that's a legend. I don't know how you take it, but that guy's a legend. So like, what did you learn from him?
Right. Okay. So honestly, at the time, I couldn't understand what I don't want to say hype, but the big.
Did you just use the word hype?
Yeah.
For the Michael Jordan of rap? No, I'm playing.
So I mean, hype might be the wrong word. Just the bigness of Tupac. I didn't understand it at the time because I'm with him every day. Like for Poetic Justice, that movie was shot in 3.5 months. So 3.5 months, we waking up together, going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So we working 10, 15 hours a day together. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really understanding what the big deal was. That's what I guess I can say. But then when I mentioned that to somebody, they told me that when you're close to the light, you can't really see the light. So I kind of get that now at this point.
Yeah, because you're blinded by the light, right? It's hard to know how bright it is, you know, to see the light when it's blinding you. So
we was just living life, you know what I'm saying? There's I photo double for him. We talked about doing a song, you know what I'm saying, a collabo. But he said that he had to talk to the record label, of course, right? He had to get the okay and everything. But the unfortunate happened at that point. That's exactly when the unfortunate happened. So the collabo never came to fruition, you know what I mean? Okay,
so you had a chance to be on a song with the great, rest in peace, Pac, and that passed you by, unfortunately, right? Because that would have been a great thing to have had, right? Really would have boosted your career. But now you're doing it on your own. God got a path for everybody, I guess. What are you going to do now to get yourself out there?
Well, I'm here right now. I'm here right now telling my story. You know what I'm saying? And the whole part about why I am not famous right now, I was saying to you that I've been on his right side on all these videos, but this is the thing. And I'm not upset about it because I understand it. It was my job to help make him who he was and who he is. And when I say that, I second assistant directed I get around and keep your head up. Second assistant director.
Hold on, whoa. Okay, say that type of stuff, you know, assistant director and all that, that type of stuff has like credits and that's verifiable. Did you get those credits?
You know what, man? Like I said, I was a kid. So
what that mean?
Meaning I never checked into that business part of it. Like I said, I didn't even know I was in a situation. I'm working with Janet Jackson every day too. Mind you, I drove Janet Jackson around because she's in that mail truck on a road trip with him to Oakland. So I drove Janet Jackson around every single day for 3.5 months while we were shooting that scene. Well, actually for 2 weeks straight, I drove her around filming that scene because that scene took us 2 weeks to drive from LA to drive all the way to Oakland. So we're
Explain
filming
why
on
that
the
scene
road.
took 2 weeks.
Because we're filming on the road. We stop, and some scenes where you see the truck driving down the freeway or by mountains and all of that. We have to set up and shoot those scenes. And then for the next part going up there, you stop, you set up for the next part of it. And the next part of it until you get there, till you get to Oakland. It's just on the way there. Remember, they were stopping by the beaches. They were sitting on the beach. They were having fights in the street. So all of that stuff, all of those scenes right there took 2 weeks to shoot. You know what I mean? So so when you say I'm not, why am I not famous? It's because everybody was zeroing in on Tupac. And I say I'm not mad about that because it was, like I said, assistant directing the video. It was my job to make him who he was and who he is today. So I understand it. Everybody zeroed in on Pac right down the middle. And to this day, there's millions and millions, hundreds of millions of views on all these videos. And nobody knows who I am. So thanks to you, now people will know. Now they can watch the video.
Hey, you know what? If they find out who you is, I want my royalties too.
Yes, sir. Right? Yes, sir.
Okay,
Man.
so you did those things, and we got to move forward because as people, we can't let things from the past hold us back, and that's part of our journey and growth as adults, right? So now that you've moved past that, what are you doing now to say, hey, I've been had this?
Exactly. So I'm telling my story. I'm not. It's not a comeback. I've been here for years. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just making it known to the people that I've always been here. They've always seen me. They just didn't focus on me.
Okay, besides YouTube though, what can we see you perform? Because people, you make that claim, right? People be like, all right, that's years ago. That's Tupac. He might got it. Let me see what he got. Might look you up on YouTube. And for those people that want to see you in person, because in LA, there's a big market with people that don't want to just hear their song. They want to see if you really can perform this shit. Yeah. And for those people, where do you direct them? Like, where do they go to see you perform?
They can, like you said, YouTube. I got performances there. They can go to my Instagram. I got my live performances there. Crunch_infinite. Crunch_infinite on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yes,
and on YouTube, what's the YouTube for? One more time?
Bites 77.
So at Bites 77. Is that Bites with an I or with a Y?
BITES 77.
All right, people, make sure you go check him out. He does got some good music on there, so I don't know what your taste of music is. You may be, different from mine, but nonetheless, go check him out at Bites 77 on YouTube. We're got a couple more questions, and we're sitting with him now. He's claiming that he's, been around greats. What can you say though that can actually help you? What did you learn from them that can actually help you now? I mean, because that's a great experience. You can't even just waste that knowledge of what you've seen behind the magic curtain. Now that you've seen The Wizard of Oz, like, how does that apply for your everyday life that you try to take advantage?
All right, bro. Well, all right. So I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be different to the ears. Bro, I watched.
Mm-hmm.
I watched hip hop become this, which is no longer hip hop. I watched hip hop.
Whoa! Don't talk about my music like that.
Hey,
what do you mean
bro,
it's not hip hop, bro?
All right, so hip hop was originally hip hop is storytelling and battle rap.
Okay.
That's original hip hop, right?
Okay.
It's kind of making the shift back to battle rapping and stories. We got Kendrick Lamar that's making sure of that right now. You understand? So J. Cole has been steady with it. But hip hop, I don't think was reporting the news from the neighborhood, but now we are the news, speaking it and reporting it on records. We are the news at this point. You understand?
Okay.
So what I took from Tupac, that experience, I watched this become this. I watched my mans turn hip hop into this. You understand? So for people who don't know and understand how this derived from hip hop, murder, death, kill derived from hip hop, then I watched it happen. I watched him change the course of hip hop music to become this. So my take on it is that somebody then had to say, okay, well, I'm going to take Tupac to the next level. So then you have real gang members that entered into hip hop to be more legitimate than what Tupac said he was. So
Yeah.
that's what I see happening to hip hop, or has happened to hip hop.
Let's be clear. I doubt any gang member to this day was like. I see a lot of people take shots at Pac, right? I think the most significant. That's why I call him Michael Jordan of rap, because Tupac was rich, was always becoming famous. He got out his limousine to shoot some people because they was doing an injustice to another person that looked like him.
Okay.
I haven't seen any rapper do that. Like, that's really putting your freedom on the line. For heaven's sakes, those people that he was shooting at could have shot at him. So he put his life on the line for a stranger.
Yes.
And he wasn't just being a gangster at that moment. He was being an activist, making sure he stood up for justice, even though the people that he was shooting at was police. But if you're a police officer committing a crime, you're no longer just, right? So he was leaving them, removing them for duty, I guess. Right. And, he went through that. So I don't see gangsters doing that. Matter of fact, most gangsters, when they see the police, they put their gun down. Right. They get arrested, right, which ain't really gangster at all. But this man, who already had a career, who already was somebody, definitely jeopardized his freedom for being black. He stood up for, he was like, I ain't having that shit around me, $1 million or not, I'm still the same nigga. And I think that resonated truer than any gangster right now, because you can go shoot somebody, but like most people from the streets is like, bro, you rich, why is you shooting people? Right. Like, wouldn't you agree? Honestly?
Most definitely. I mean, he was his own kind with his own mind, you know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
Right?
So what did you take from him, and like right now, as you be you, what is the greatest gift you have to offer to the industry at this point?
For me, it's not to feed the public's children death and pro-meth. You understand? That for me personally, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all feed them what you want to feed them. But me personally, my experience, I choose to go another route. I can report the news, but I don't want to report the news about me making the news. You understand?
Right.
If I'm making the news, then I'm teaching your kid to make the news, because that kid probably gonna look up to me. So your favorite rapper making the news, you might want to make the news.
No
so
worries.
how about I make the news for something positive? You know
Hold on, you might want to say that in the mic for the people.
How about I make
Go ahead,
myself?
you grab it.
How about I make myself on the news for doing something positive? You know what I'm talking about, and not further aid the world in destruction. You know what I'm saying?
How important is that for hip hop now? Because like, there are some good things in hip hop going on right now. There's some bad things. You got people taking different routes. The beautiful thing about hip hop is hip hop is more than gangster rap, right?
Yes.
It's hip hop. It's the totality of all of it. Gangster rap is definitely within hip hop,
Yes.
but hip hop itself seeming to take on different faces and even mature to a certain degree.
Gangster rap was NWA.
Yeah.
But they made the news.
Can you really say it was gangster rap? There was more like they didn't join no gang per se.
Exactly.
Like
Gangster
you
rap.
can't say what gang they were from though.
Right, gangster rap. So it's gangster rap. So then I said to you that now gang members are actually have become rappers. Mm-hmm. So to take Tupac to the real level or the next level, they said, well, I'm gonna up on Pac.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real in this. You understand?
Yeah.
So he fed a fire. He fed a fire.
Mm-hmm.
He fed a flame, and now it's like us being on fire in LA right now. You know what I mean?
It's
he
true.
fed a flame, and it became a huge fire. And
here's the real truth, right? To be a real nigga, you can't be no sucker. Would you agree?
that's what they say.
Okay.
Is a real one.
So a real nigga knows that if by chance these artists are promoting music that will have your ass locked up like Tupac and your slow ass fall for it,
Right.
you a victim to the game nonetheless. But the game is to be sold, not to be told. You feel me? Because I come from a generation of like Tupac and Sugar Free. So you definitely got to be in the game. And you know what? I can't hate on it. You know why? Because if your dumb ass ain't seen 10 generations, or was it 5 generations of game banging already, and seen the outcome, nigga, you slow. I might as well go invest in a fucking private prison like Michael Jordan and get paid. Since you want to keep being stupid, You know, since you don't want to be a face, you want to be black until it's time to be responsibly black. Like, you know what I mean? You want to be black for all the negative reasons, the negative stereotypes, but you don't want to be black when it comes to being the black scholar. You don't want to be the black dude that got morals. So because in that case, it's fuck you. Like, if you're going to keep making my people look bad, it's fuck you.
It's so saturated with that. It's so saturated with that negativity that nobody wants to go outside of it and be that one stepping outside of it.
Well, you know what?
I'm not afraid to step outside of it.
One of the greatest gifts to fight these, not to be a revolutionary, but one way to get across your message is to, like, put it in the music. So in your music, do you talk about these things or have things that kind of open up the mind to a better way? Because it's 2025, honestly. And what is so important about being a gangster? Because gangsters get pulled over by police and go to jail. You can't be that damn gangster if you let a nigga put you in handcuffs. Pause, that sounds gay. Like, no. Think about it. Al Capone and them, they died fucking with the police. Police wasn't taking their ass to jail. Right. So, like, what are we talking about here? Are we going to still be slow?
Right.
And
if you're going to do it, do it. I hear you. If you're going to do it, if you're going to be that, be that.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Because too many times a nigga go to jail and claim about his rights. You ever been to jail? You hear them talk about my rights. What was that person rights at? What was those rights at when you was
doing what you did?
Yeah, you want to follow the law all of a sudden now as a gangster. That's weird as fuck, kind of. That, like, you let a man put handcuffs to you, does sound kind of homo too, though. But.
Okay, but now even worse than that, though, bro. When you go to jail, like, I am not claiming to be
a thug.
I'm not claiming to be innocent. That's number one.
Okay,
you understand me? I'm from the projects too. You understand what I'm talking about?
Uh-oh.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that I don't choose to perpetuate the.
You don't choose to perpetuate it.
You know what I'm saying? What's really, what
yeah, no, because it comes a time that a culture must mature.
Become responsible.
No,
mature.
You have to mature because if you don't grow up, right, you become the past, and everybody knows what happens to things in the past. You get forgotten. Dinosaurs, you got to progress.
Right.
And I think the new way of progression is like, okay, I'm from where I'm from. But, you know what I'm saying, if you a bum from where you from, are you really repping where you from?
Right.
I mean, how much of that should you be proud of if you didn't become something, you know?
From it, right. Back to the jail thing. Just you saying it's kind of homo or whatever to when you let another man, you doing this type of things and then you let a man come in and subdue you, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, but it's even worse once you get there, bro, because like I said, I'm not trying to portray like innocence or nothing like that because I've been there too. You understand what I'm talking about?
I understand.
So I've been on lockdown. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
The whole single file line, like in Head Start or kindergarten, bro. Feel me, bro? You understand? And stop talking. Shut up. And shut up now. If you don't stop talking, I'm going to get 5 other officers and you going down and you going down hard. Feel me? For people telling you to shut up when to shut up.
I mean, the whole, like, if you think about the whole process, and for anybody who's been to jail, yes, I have been too. And when I say these things like, hey, that's kind of homo to let a man put handcuffs on you, during my experience, I was like, hold on, this is for a bitch. Because, like, when you first get in there, they tell you nuts to butt.
Right.
Right then, it should have been a fucking riot in this bitch. You gonna tell another man to sit nuts to butts to another man and we heterosexual? Right there is a violation of my heterosexual code, subsection 1001001. Like, let's keep that 100, right? But they do that to break you, right, to humiliate you. You know what I'm saying? To attack the mind, and they kind of do that type of stuff, to fuck with you. I mean, it is jail. I mean, you did get there.
It's all mental. It's all psychological, bro. The colors, colors of the place is psychological. You know what I'm saying? You're in this gray darkness, mundane place, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All kind of stuff going. Bro, I even think that, because you know how cold it is, bro, and we always inside our shirts, bro. I think that's a part of it, too. That's mental, too, to keep you cold, so to keep you in a certain type of control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you cold, you don't feel like firing on nobody because your fist going to hurt.
You know what I mean? Keep you
Real
frigid
talk.
and everything, man. When you go into interrogation rooms.
We can talk about what is now, right, and what has been, but in the future, what would you like to see change about hip hop, and how are you affecting it? What are you doing about it?
I would like to see hip hop stay alive, and I'm not just talking about the culture of hip hop. I'm talking about the people of hip hop. Everybody born today, bro, is straight hip hop, bro. Hip hop runs the world. Period. You understand me?
Right.
You know what I mean? If you got the president wanting the hip hop people to come over there because to help him represent, because he knows that hip hop has a major influence over the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got that much influence, bro. I would like to see us stop dying. First off, you understand?
Right.
If we stop dying, then the neighborhoods will stop dying. You know what I'm talking about?
Let's get it.
That's what it is.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we sat with Mr. Crunch. You can check him out at Bites77 on YouTube. See his music, and he just had a very powerful message. So if you want to hear some more of that message, listen to his music. He also got bangers for the ladies and a little something for the people from the projects. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We respect you. But we out. What you got to say, Pimpin'?
amcrunch.com. That's my website. That's where you can check out all my music.
Check him out. One more time. Say it for the camera.
amcrunch.com. 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 Check out your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Shout out to my sponsors, Dust Luxury Cannabis, and of course, Angels Clubhouse Empire, just Green Lounge LA. We thank you so much. Peace.
West Weed.